Well, I do have a question.
Talk to me.
When the reports came out after the fact, I was kind of like, well, why would he sign up for something if he knew? Because I guess after the fact, reports came out that you were married and you had been married for
here's
over a decade.
Here's the thing. When you talking about somebody just out the blue, you married, and then suddenly you hit the Forbes list your first year in business. You know, your first year in business turning into a star, an entertainer going around the world. You moving with Diddy. It don't feel like a year. It feel like 4 months. You know what I'm saying? You get money, you get more money. You talking about you can go to Africa and get $100,000, stuff like that. That's not regular. You know what I'm saying? So we accrued a lot of items and material possessions.
Who's we?
Me and my wife.
Okay.
Alexandria. And after, all of these things came into our world, by the time we were at the end of our run, and even after trying to reconcile, we could not just go and get a divorce. It couldn't work. The money wasn't the same. It was just going to be a lot of headaches. And she knew that, and I knew that. So we just tried to take our time to kind of itemize things and get our personal lives in order. And in the process of working it out, trying to come to terms and agreements, and in the process of, we moved on. Just there had never been a finalized date.
You mean on paper?
On paper.
Okay.
As far as saying, hey, here it is. Because you can go and get a divorce and it could be done. You can get a divorce decree and it could be done in 30 days. Mm-hmm. But it took time because of all the things that we had to sift through and try to just get right. So it's fair for her and fair for myself, considering we had kids. You understand what I'm saying? So in the process of me trying to get a finalized date, it didn't happen. Mm-hmm. Hell, even now, I went before the court to have a finalized date. My divorce would have been finalized on September the 15th. But here it is now. She hit this new single with T-Pain. She's like, nah, And she files for an extension because now she wants more money because she knows that I'm going to be making more money because she feel like I got a hit record. And she's been there with me, so she knows what comes with a hit record. She knows what royalties look like. She knows what show money looks like.
And she
knows the perks of this.
Entitled to all those things with you?
She's still married to me.
Wow. Okay.
So even in this, even in the position I'm in now, I have to be careful at how I, navigate from this point forward. I'm trying to massage the situation, honestly, because I don't want to be at ends with her as far as, like, why we feuding. Even though we're not, it's been a very, it's been cool. I'm not happy with the idea because I could have been done, and she could have been done. She's getting what she's getting, and that's what it is. But it wasn't enough for her once she heard this record. Okay,
so you're still kind of going through it. It's like a gray area.
Yeah, I got.
But you've moved on romantically.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't have done. I mean, honestly, first season of Love and Hip Hop, we were asked to do that show, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I was like,
Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So over time, I just like, you know what? I'm not in that situation no more. I could do it with you. I didn't want to do that with her because I didn't want. It was too big of a covenant to be playing with on a TV situation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
We got rings. We got kids. I don't have rings with Karlie Redd. I don't got kids with Karlie Redd. Me and her don't pay no taxes together. Ain't nothing coming. If she got it, I got it. So it was like, you know what? If it don't work, fine. I can walk away. And that was one of the reasons why I committed to doing the show.
A lot of people don't understand that when you marry somebody, that is sort of a business agreement and arrangement.
No, it is. It's like signing. It's like buying a house. It's paperwork involved. Mm-hmm. And if you want to get out, you can't just walk away from that house. You got to sell that house or figure out something, or you're going to have some pretty messed up credit.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
I'm an example of that. Yes, I know.
Life. It's life.
It's life.
Half of America right now, so don't feel bad.
So wait a second. So I need to get back to Karlie Redd. There was something that happened on the reunion show. Yes. When she mentioned something with her feet, and I wanted, what happened?
Okay.
What?
I have
Can you
tendency,
enlighten me?
Yeah, I have the tendency to paint these pictures.
Okay.
And these aren't like fabricated pictures. They're just very vivid pictures because of the way I choose to illustrate them through words and acting it out.
Okay.
So yeah, and I said some things about her being able to use her hands and feet.
You did.
And
I was curious.
I think she was just whenever she got with me, I brought something else out of her, and that's kind of one of those things I've learned about myself when I deal with women. I bring a certain side out of them. It's not necessarily a freaky. It's more like they are willing to explore the inner self that they may have never explored before.
What's your sign again?
Huh?
What's your sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Okay.
I just had a birthday on the 20th.
Happy belated.
I appreciate that, love.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I have a tendency because I believe in helping people find out who they truly are. And everybody don't know who they truly are.
Okay, but wait, we got to get back to the hands and the feet. Let's get back to the subject at hand.
I was just what I was talking about, and she realized she could do some freakier things when influenced by the right man.
Okay.
And I think I was the variable in that equation. So, you know what I mean? Okay.
Well, was that gibberish? So was it give me, was it fellatio involved with the hands and the feet?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that girl would do some things like,
All right.
You
don't have to kiss and tell. I just kind of want to know what the situation was.
Right, yeah, it was, I kind of did that on the show, but I knew that it made for good TV, and I knew what it was. It was just me saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to be all out with it. Ain't no sense in trying to don't get in front of the camera and get shot now. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's worked for me, and it always has worked for me. When people around me, they be like, man, I ain't never know you was this crazy, bro, because you always seem so professional and cool. But then when you get outside of cameras with me, I'm like, I'm a different guy. I'm fun. I love to have fun. I turn up. And I realized that with this show, that's what they want. They needed something that was going to give the show a breath of fresh air. And I think I brought a humor and a comedic edge to the show that it had not had before. And I think that's what worked for me.
So do you have your own spinoff show in the works?
Well, let's just say...
why are you looking over there?
I mean, that's my management. That's king.
Well, I can't see King right now.
We just it's one of them things where we want to make sure that we don't overstep our boundaries or
get too saturated or just oversaturated.
I don't want to give the forecast too soon. Let's just say that. Let's just know that we're in negotiations at this point, and there are some deadlines. So you ask me the same question next week, and then I can answer it probably.
Would it be with the same network?
Maybe not. It just depends on how the ink dry.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
If it check 1, 2, might check 1, 2. That's involved.
Hey, it got it. Hey, that black and white is everything.
I get it. Well, what about season 2 for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta for you?
Season 4.
Season 4. Well,
it'll be a season 2 for me.
For you.
I mean, and that's kind of where we at right now. We trying to figure out these words.
Okay.
This legal jargon. You know what I'm saying?
That will get you. It's very confusing, that legal jargon.
Yeah, that's why you got to make sure you got good attorneys.
Okay. Well, whatever you do.
I was able to get out a deal with Diddy.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
One of the few, not many.
Yeah.
Far and few between.
But it's because I understand business and relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I could have been a disgruntled artist at any point in time, even, with the label that I'm on now, because I've been signed for quite some time. But I would never do that because I understood that, timing is everything. And once I create a better timing for myself and my lane open back up, hey, I'm going to jump back out there. And I feel like that's what's happened now. The awareness for my brand is back like I never left. And that's what I'm just doing. I'm just I hit the reset button. And that was by choice. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy. I'm happier than I've been in a very long time. And to see people run up to me and just be like, oh, my God, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And then to say that, oh, I've been hearing this new single you got, features with T-Pain. I'm so glad you back doing the music, blah, blah, and we love you on the show. So now all the dots are starting to connect and everything is happening.
It's together. Aligning itself.
It's aligning, yeah. And I just think that's important. And, a lot of artists don't understand that sometimes because they are just artists. You know what I'm saying? I wear other hats than just being an artist. So I understand it from a business side as well. And I'm thankful to God that I have that type of that outlook and
I'm happy for you.
That discernment with a lot of things.
Yeah, you have to be, especially in this business. You come and you go, and you've experienced that before. So now that you're here,
say that again.
You come and you go.
And I went that
experienced
before.
that.
Oh, this is what you said. It was kind of cute. You experienced that.
Sometimes it comes out.
I that New York came out.
It did, right?
Yeah.
But I'm happy for you. If you do decide to do a season 2, your own spinoff show, whatever your ventures are, I'm happy for you. But as far as the music is concerned, what's going on with your album?
Right now, at this point, man, we're in the mixing stage, and I feel really good about the music. It's just some things change in time as well. So that's still paperwork that has to be executed.
Yeah, I heard Stevie J's producing on this album. I'm joking.
Okay.
It's a joke.
Because I don't bump nobody out. Boy, I ain't want to bump nobody out.
It's a joke.
It's okay though. But
he's a producer, right?
I know.
He was a very successful producer back in the day.
Very. I just didn't know if you had truly heard that.
No.
You.
But is there any truth to that?
No, it's not.
Would you work with Stevie J on your album?
If I felt like we had a good chemistry in that world, yeah, I definitely would. I would. I mean, I don't have a problem. I mean, I'm working with cats on here that the world ain't never even heard of ever in life.
Okay.
But they good at what they do, and I respect that. It's not always about a name. You know what I'm saying? It's about the work ethic and the creativity, and just if it's right or if it's not.
I also heard that you had a song with Zeno and Althea.
Now you know what? Man, you had to have a talk off now.
Those are my people. They're all, I've interviewed them before. The thing about it is that I think that sometimes when you're on a reality show and you have your music thing going on, it doesn't work simultaneously for everyone. For you, it seems like it's working.
And I'm thankful. I am thankful. You got to understand, I'm like one of the only artists that is on the show that has a major that have a major deal too. So it all coincides. It works hand in hand. And I'm just, like I said, man, it's a 1-2-1-2. And it's just all in how we work it. And I feel like I have a good team, man. And I'm truly blessed, man, because there's a lot of cats that's, man, they're not in as good of a position as I'm in. So